Welcome back to Make Money Make Sense with Henry. And
Harry.
in this episode, we're going to cover how to get to the student email, which is an essential part of navigating your education, less stress, with less stress. And we're going to cover understanding a award offer. Okay. So logging into one login, the URL is smccd.onelogin.com/portal. After you log in, um, you should actually see this student email app or this tile with the Gmail logo. And when you click on here, it will show you how to get into your student email. Okay, this is essential for um, all the things related to not only financial aid, but many other student services in many of your classes. So please do this. Many students drop out because they don't do this actually. It's funny because it's painful. The second part is understanding our award offer. So from this page, right after our one login, we can go to WebSmart. Let me use the annotation feature because why not? Okay, WebSmart, this app is important. So let's go in, we'll click that open, clear my annotations. Inside here, one of the relevant tabs, we recommend clicking around these things, but one of the relevant tabs is financial aid. And then this first bullet point under financial aid says student portal. We want to get into there. And from here, we're gonna if you have any requirements, please read them. Harry has done a great job of authorizing to pay non-institutional charges and pay prior year charges. If you don't authorize this, it's not a big deal, but you will have to pay any charges that are outstanding. Otherwise, you'll have registration holds.
Mhm.
I realize I don't think I've let you say anything yet. So do you want to say anything so far?
Um,
Or maybe speak a little bit about the importance of sharing.
Definitely the importance of the email is like sometimes we'll send over emails like regarding your financial aid account, like maybe you've been like disqualified, like your SAT measure and stuff like that. And the first thing we'll do is that put that in the email as well. So that's a good way to keep track of, you know, your standing with
Yeah.
financial aid and things.
Yes. Not that Harry would ever need my permission to speak on the podcast, so if you just interrupt me at any time. Um, so you if you have any requirements, you will get a standard email to with these steps on how to get here. I wanted a video to kind of show you and guide you on that. In this focus, we're going to go over our offer. So um, what we're looking at when it comes to billable items or your cost of attendance as a whole is this is an estimation. This is not how much it may cost you to attend Skyline, right? This is an estimation. And from our cost of attendance, we subtract it with our student aid index, formerly known as expected family contribution. And from that subtraction, we will get your unmet need. So Harry had some wonderful questions about how to understand an award offer, right?
Mhm.
Maybe you should ask them so they.
Yeah, so oh, Sky SB 893. I recognize that one. I think that's the free college, right? The level two fees.
Yep, it's free college level two, and it's not $42. It's actually much more. So when we apply for financial aid, this is one of the motivations and reasons why it's worth doing. We actually get level two free college support, which includes transportation, technology, and textbooks. You
Hmm.
want to speak to that real quickly?
Oh yeah. I know the way that level two works is in the bookstore they'll actually, or before they give you the book to go to the bookstore, they'll send you an email, which you can find in your student email saying you are eligible for the level two fees. And it says you are awarded, I think, a $500 technology support and a $150 textbook support. Which is honestly really good. The transportation.
I've heard it's $50 a month. It requires 6 units minimum that are
Right,
in
right.
person, and it's a gas card. And this is in addition to various transportation supports you might get from other learning communities
Hmm.
like EOPS and Promise
Right.
Scholars and other
Yeah.
ones.
Yeah. I received actually, I think two gas cards, one from this and then one
Yeah.
from Promise.
And then guess what's one of the first requirements of getting into Promise?
It's to do your financial aid
Your
application.
financial aid application. That's exactly right. So, the reasons there's many more reasons why it's worth doing. We recommend you actually check those out for yourself here, in our money facts. So back on topic of understanding our award offer. Um, Now we know that Sky Senate Bill 893 level two fees
Mhm.
means free college level two. To redeem that support, please visit your bookstore. What does this mean, Harry?
CCPG, I think that's California College Promise Grant, correct?
Yep. And it's used to stand
Uh,
or stood for Board of Governors waiver.
waiver.
Yeah. Um, is does that mean you're gonna get $644 into your bank account or bank mobile in the fall, Harry?
I hope so.
Not the answer I was hoping for, but me too. I hope you do too. Well, for this type of grant, it is a tuition and enrollment waiver. So it is not cash aid. However, if you have any tuition or enrollment fees, it will help you pay for your tuition
Oh,
and
okay.
enrollment fees. Okay.
Oh,
So if we know that it's $46 per unit, this actually assumes 14 unit enrollment. Okay. This is what the number is assuming. It doesn't mean you have to be in 14 units to get the grant. That's just the number that we're seeing here. Okay.
okay.
Um,
Okay. Makes sense so far.
yeah. So I believe so now if we move to financial aid history, so right now we're in this aid year, but the history will show
We're in all
multiple
years right now.
years. Yep. Harry was a recipient of, you want to talk about these grants and how they influenced your ability to go to college?
Yeah. Um, Cal Grant B. Uh, I recently, actually, I think I just recently applied for that one. I fell out of the cyber requirements and I had to do an appeal, and so I reapplied to it for this one. Cal Grant B is a direct deposit one. It gives you, yeah, it gives you just money and it directly goes into your account. That one I know.
Yeah, grants, unlike loans, do not have to be paid back. There are ways that our school, our state, and our national federal level invest in students. Cal grants are also funded a ton by taxpayers, right? So people that you love. Um, with that said, Harry highlights that remaining in good academic progress and standing is important to receive our financial aid and keep our
Mhm.
financial aid. Um, Similar with our Pell Grant. Okay, so this is just to give you a little look. So these numbers were direct deposits into Harry's bank account.
Mhm.
Don't rob him because he's already used all of it on things that we won't discuss in this episode. But you could actually financial aid can cover way more than tuition. Okay, it can cover, in fact, any cost of attendance, and this is actually quite loosely defined. It is um, we urge that students do use grants and scholarships for what they're intended to be used for.
Mhm.
But just recognize that even if you don't finish up using your grants and scholarships for the semester that you were awarded, it could be saved for future semesters.
Yeah,
Okay, so this hopefully dispels the idea that
you have to use it.
students should wait until they need to apply for financial aid to apply for it. In fact, I was looking at one of these flyers that I got at the library. There's nothing better than go to the library to read more about financial aid. And it actually reads, do you need money? Oh, let's turn that off. It reads, do you need money for college? Mary, how do I turn this on? Okay. Reads this, okay? So this is not a great title because at a two-year level, do many students need money? Maybe not, right?
Hmm.
So the point being is applying for financial aid can offer supports that of your wildest dreams. Harry, did you know that you would have been able to get that cash money for applying for financial aid? Money that
No,
we saw? No, right?
no.
So it was a nice surprise, wasn't it?
Yeah,
So if you
definitely.
follow this title, you might you might say to yourself, "Hey, no, I'm already working part-time. I probably don't need money when I'm in a 2 year because 2 years are relatively more affordable,
Mhm.
right? But how nice is it to be able to receive Pell Grants and Cal Grants, right? And level two support,
Mhm.
upwards of close to $1,000 now,
Mhm.
and get into promise, all because you completed your financial aid application.
Yeah.
Yeah. life-changing, right?
Definitely.
Alleviate some of the financial strain so that you can focus on what we might call strategic deep learning. I know Harry's been doing some reading on what strategic deep learning is. Any takeaways from that so far, Harry?
Um, I guess there's well, just looking at this page, there's multiple steps to I guess it's like life goals, right? Like conquering college, and then from there you wanna get a nice job, grow your wealth, and then from there, freedom dreaming, using what you've learned, your money, to I guess make a difference, make a change in of what you want your life to be. Um, I'd probably say I'm at step two, building my wealth during in college. Uh,
Me
Not
too.
at the job yet, but or I guess kind of, but
Yeah.
definitely in the level two, phase two. Um, you've probably applied this way more than I have. So, what was your experience with that?
So it's a travesty that there is not sufficient support for students who need it the most in all of these phases. Matter of fact, if we were to just do what is asked of us in terms of our classes and getting grades in our classes, um, all of these labs and the skills that come out from these labs are, I would say, counter grain and non-traditional,
Hmm.
right? It's true that if we're working with a tutor, we might actually talk about study skills and learning habits, et cetera. But there are plenty of folks who have graduate degrees that are in careers that don't fulfill them, that are in careers that don't pay them enough. And that's for the folks who not only finished undergrad, but grad, right?
Hmm.
So if it's true that our financial aid money can help us begin developing some of these skills and begin introspecting and reflecting on questions so that we can live a life that we'll love, that is one of the reasons I hope you all consider applying for financial aid.
Yeah.
Okay. Um, any other thoughts on that one, Harry?
Um, no, I think I just want to understand my financial aid more.
Okay, great. So Um, for the scope of this video, let's just recap. We went over that cost of attendance does not mean this money you are paying to the school. In fact, um, if somehow you've been paying this money to the school, you should go inquire for a refund. I'm not sure what you've been paying into. It's true that some classes do have book fees and supplies fees
Hmm.
that are not always super forthcoming and upfront. So if you do get charged for some digital access code or some book, just recognize that that's likely due to a class that you have.
Yeah.
Okay. But that also means, bye, Lucy. Uh, so that's the recap. Cost of attendance. Don't freak out. That is just an estimate that the federal and our state and our school does. Sky Senate Bill 893 Level 2 means that you likely qualify for a free college level 2
How come my Pell Grant doesn't pop up yet?
because this is for your 2025 and 26 aid year, and we have not finished processing, aka packaging students' Pell Grants.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Makes sense.
Yep. And then CCPG, let's do a refresher, Harry.
California College Promise Grant, Board of Governor waiver.
Right. And it is, unlike your first guess, it is
It doesn't go straight, it does not go into your bank account, and it's used for tuition, your enrollment fees and your classes.
right. It doesn't stack with free college level one, which is also a tuition waiver. But it is helpful to have, especially if you're about to transfer to a 4 year. CCPG can be a lot.
Actually, I have a question now. You said that it only covers up to 14 units.
No, the $644 amount that we're seeing on this
Mhm.
page in your offer, that is assuming 14 unit enrollment.
Oh, so I can always do more and it'll cover it.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. So one of the missions of Skyline Financial Aid is to equip students with the knowledge of financial aid so that when they transfer to a 4 year, they will understand the key fundamentals, basics, and principles behind financial aid.
Mhm.
So that when we go to a CSU, we go to a UC, we will have these skills and tools in our back pocket. Okay.
Mhm.
In other words, even though that this does not stack with free college level one, it's really cool that we're getting this because when we transfer, guess what? Do you think there's a free college program at a UC or a CSU?
Probably not.
No, in fact, I think their tuitions are increasing, right?
Yeah.
So how cool would it be to have tuition subsidized from your financial aid application?
Yeah.
Okay. Lastly, we went over the subtab called financial aid
Mhm.
history, and we covered that Cal grants and Pell grants can be possible for ordinary students just like yourself. Um, and the only way to kind of find out on whether or not you're eligible for those is by completing your financial aid application.
Okay.
Review which one to complete from our financial aid facts and look at that eligibility. Remember, this is my gift for our students. Okay. Any final thoughts, Harry?
Um, Final thoughts. Not really, no. Can we go back to my financial aid award though? I want
Okay.
to see. So what's accepted and paid?
Oh, okay. That's a great question. So, CCBG is a tuition waiver, so we'll never get paid out, and
Mhm.
it is ready to credit any outstanding tuition
Okay.
costs you may have. Um, this one is also doesn't get paid out. This is redeemed through the bookstore, right? Free college level two.
Mhm.
Our Cal grant is paid out though, right? Because that is going to go through our bank mobile
Okay.
vendor for your direct deposit setup. Same with the Pell grant. Okay.
What happened there? Why is the number different from accepted and paid out?
Great question. So between these dates, which looks like summer term, right? I think that's summer term.
Yeah, this is currently.
Yeah, I'm current summer. I'm tripping. Um, $3,697 assumes 12 unit enrollment. And because we're
Oh,
not at 12 unit enrollment, we can actually search this up, right? There's a thing called Pell intensity. So how many units were you at, Harry?
currently three.
Okay, so three, right? Three, we're looking at 25%. So we can just do the math there. Was it 367? 3698, 3698. I should remember that. It's just 98 times 25% is 924. At some point, maybe you were higher than 3 units for the summer term. Did you have more than 3 unit enrollment? At some point, maybe you were more than 3 units, right?
No,
Okay, well,
maybe I'm just mistaking my math class's credit.
yeah, I'm thinking that's more
Maybe it's
than,
4 or 5.
yeah, yeah. Anyways, so Pell Grant is based off enrollment intensity, right? And you can search that up. Any other questions, Harry?
Hmm. Student Success Grant?
Yeah.
What the heck is that?
So that is something that's offered at our 116 California community colleges. Fun fact, we actually serve more students than CSUs and UCs combined. So this is directly from the CCCs. It's additional financial aid for full-time students. And there's a
Hmm.
range to it. And that range is if you're 12 to 14.99 units for that semester, your award will be 1,298 for that semester. And if you're 15 units or more, you'll be $4,000
Okay,
a
cool.
semester. These funds
Ooh,
tend to
big
actually,
difference.
it is, yeah. These funds we finished using these funds before spring ended. So if there's any plug for you all to get your financial aid applications in early, we recommend start in October, finish before March.
Mhm.
This is one incentive for that. With that said, in our 2025 to 26 academic year that hasn't even started here at Skyline, if you didn't apply yet, it is not too late.
No,
It's far from being too late.
you still have like a whole year.
Yeah, you literally have almost a whole year. Uh, but don't wait until June of 2026. It's worth applying now. Okay.
Yeah, you get your money earlier.
Get your money earlier, be able to get into programs earlier, right? Be considered to get into programs. Develop your financial aid literacy earlier, right? Save up for future semesters by applying for financial aid. open up doors for internships, scholarships, research programs.
Mhm.
Okay. Don't think you're ineligible. Figure out what the eligibility is for these two applications. It's not difficult. For the first time, it may be, but after you get that, every other time after that, it's a walk in the park, right?
Mhm.
You do this application once a year. Don't think that your grades aren't good enough. Don't think your parents make too much money. Don't think you make too much money. It's likely that even if you live on your own and support yourself and you're under 24 years old, you're still a dependent student. So you're going to need your parents to help you complete your form. But hey, we're sharing with you some knowledge, hopefully that is new to you and that piques your interest because there's money at the line of this. And it is up to you to kind of relay that information to your parents.
Yeah.
Similar to students, many parents view financial aid as loans and loans only. Well, ding, ding, ding. We learned today financial aid is far more than loans, right?
No. Yeah,
Talked
definitely.
about grants, talked about program eligibility, talked about how it helps us get free college level two.
Mhm.
Okay, so any final thoughts, Harry?
Um, guess should we go over the just quickly the go to home? What are these? What are these meaning like?
So, in the beginning of our recording, I actually mentioned these two, but
Mhm.
when when students, new financial aid students for every academic year, will be asked to provide authorization to pay for non-institutional charges, aka the $22 of student body fees, representation fees, and health fees.
Oh, okay.
And then also this is an authorization to pay, use financial aid money to pay for
Okay.
the year's charges.
Makes sense. So when my CCPG comes in, it'll use that money to pay for these institutional and
Right.
non-institutional.
Right, and maybe you have $80 worth of textbook fees. If you
Mhm.
selected this, it will help you pay your textbook fees. Otherwise, you'll get your full Pell amount, however much you were eligible for, and
Okay.
you'll still have a textbook balance in your account.
Oh,
But
okay.
because you authorized it, it'll just take it from your actual financial aid awards.
Okay, that makes
All right.
sense.
Great. I think that's plenty for this episode.
Yeah.
Thanks for tuning in again. This is Make Money Make Sense. My name is Henry,
I'm Harry.
and we'll catch you in the next one. Peace.
See you.
Actually, I think I stopped the recording. I just stopped the share. Bye.